Ciao YouTube! Today I will be unboxing this package from Pulsar, which I do believe contains the X2N at the very least. Probably only the X2N, I don't remember if they sent me something else for now. But I know I recently reviewed the X2H, which is currently inside my 3D printer for reasons that I'm going to explain soon. And I mentioned that I might not like the X2N because I was not sure about the hump. So I guess we're gonna figure out if the hump satisfies my needs like the X2H does. This is of course gonna be only first impressions, but I'm also going to kind of give you a mini vlog of what I've been working on, because I've noticed that people really care, or at least cared, when I kind of debunked some of the myths about Hertz from Kim's video. So I decided, you know what, I've done the theoretical a number of times. I've mentioned what theoretically should be, how things should theoretically work. It's time that I run some proper tests, ideally better than what anyone else is running, hence my X2H being inside my 3D printer, because I went fully crazy, I guess, and I built this. You might see here the same thing that you might see there through the camera inside the 3D printer. But I am designing, I started from an open source design. I'm gonna link it somewhere when I go live with this, but I'm gonna edit it to add more rigidity. And you can probably notice that there's an artisan mousepad right underneath. And I can do things like this. As you can see, it's moving. And I can see the raw input on this side. And it's not only the raw input. Sorry, I also moved my mouse so the thing is all messed up now. And let me do, there we go. I did an emergency stop so you can even see the mouse kind of floating. But over there, I even have a USB packet sniffer. So what happens is the 3D printer moves my mouse according to whatever pattern I decide. And then I have something that passively captures all the USB packets when they are sent by the dongle. And then I have raw input on this side so that I can kind of see everything. I can see when the dongle actually sent the packet on the XACI controller bus, so the USB bus, and when my app using raw input buffer, or I can use raw input, actually sees it. So this is what I'm going to be using to test basically everything. Hertz, DPI, different mouse pads, whatever. It currently, I mean, of course, this last part was me moving this other mouse, which is also raw input. But you can see the circle was pretty good. And the only issue now is that I need to make sure that it's really rigid, to make sure that there's no motion from the mouse that kind of gets the data a little dirty. But I have a ton of stuff that are already done and analyzed, and it's really cool. I can even have it write arbitrary things like my name, but whatever. I also, because I want to make sure that I really test everything, bought a 3D scanner. So you can see, for example, now it has the ATK F1 Leviathan currently in there, so that I can compare shapes down to the, well, at least millimeter, but way more than that. I think this is 0.5 millimeters or something like that. And I think I'm gonna also build some sort of Elo Shapes type website where I'm gonna basically have, for each mouse, there's 3D shapes so you can compare them, and all of the tests from my 3D printer, USB, packet sniffer, everything else. So that was the part of the video that I said was gonna be kind of a vlog, but you're probably here for this. So let's see what they send me, shall we? Whoa, whoa, right, I asked them to send me another X2H. I mean, I can already tell from the side. Wait. Yeah, this is the X2N. The H and the N look very similar. Okay. One is 38 grams, the other says 37. I mean, from the side, the bottom one must be the H, right? It has a way more pronounced hump. Am I crazy that I can't find it written anywhere? Because in the front, okay, this is definitely the H. Okay, got it. So it is what I expected. The H is the one with the crazier hump, and the N is kind of like, similar but more gentle slope, which I don't think I will like as much. And both of them are size 1, size mini. Okay, does the... Oh, technically the X2N weighs slightly more. Interesting. Apart from that, they look very similar, even the packaging. Oh, from below they're very different though. The X2N seems to be considerably longer. And also, the X2N looks to me more like a OP1 8K type thing from the bottom. You can see that this one on this side is the H. You can see it stays kind of like wider. Compared to this, it kind of gets thinner and then it's longer. Or at least it looks longer, but it's probably not longer, just like thinner. Narrow, I would say, more than thin. It's narrow, which is something that I don't actually like. I like when mice are like this and the shape to the sides is kind of like straight. So, well, I already know this one. So let's unbox the X2N and see what I think. Yeah, it definitely looks more... Huh. Okay, I see what it is. I've seen this shape many times for sure, and yes, it is more similar to an OP1 type thing, but I'm sure this is a clone of some other shape that's famous. Not a clone, but very similar. What is it that is kind of narrower in the front and wider at the back? Is it like the S2? But it definitely has a back hump still, so it might be interesting. But you can see it's definitely got that thing where like it's way narrower at the top and then it's wider at the back. Still got a decent hump. Definitely still got a decent hump. Let me unbox the second X2H. I kind of want to experiment with mouse feet, and my mouse feet in my original X2H are ruined because I removed them and then put them back. So I had them send me another one. I'm gonna keep the stock feet on this X2H and put dots on the other X2H. So you can see the main difference is 1000% from this side. The fact that the X2N is kind of like tapers more like narrow to the sides like this, which I don't know, might actually be decent. The X2H is so amazing though. I love this shape. It's crazy. Well, okay. Sorry. I promise I will remove these from the X2N. Man, I'm always scared that I'm gonna scratch the underlying feet when I remove these things. There we go. I did it with no problem. Are the mouse feet aligned? Someone pointed out that they got a mouse recently. I don't remember what mouse it was or who pointed it out, but the feet weren't totally aligned. And now I'm noticing that basically every mouse you get has the feet slightly misaligned. The bottom skate here kind of looks a tiny bit misaligned. I'm not exactly sure. Honestly, it's very, very good. Okay. Of course, on the PD170, it flies, but everything just flies on the PD170. I don't want to push it too far. It's definitely going to fly off the... I can already tell. It's not going to be the same. Let me remove these from the X2H too. No. I knew it. All of these extra length, completely useless. Even more so than on the X2H. I mean, I'm gonna try it, maybe I perform really well with it. But that thing I explained with the knuckle, this one, for its shape, it's so locked in place. But this, first of all, has me really tighten my grip. First impression is that, of course, it feels pretty good because it is still a quick taper. So it's kind of like the hump is flat, but it ends here, not at the center here, which is what I like. I don't like when the hump is literally at the center. I like that this keeps going up and up and up and up until here, which is kind of the top, and then it tapers. It tapers pretty quickly, but it's nothing compared to the H, right? The H starts really, really low, and then it goes up, and then it goes I think the top of the hump is about here, which is actually not as far back, but it is shorter, so it ends up really feeling like it's right there. Interesting though. Maybe the hump is actually technically a little further back on the X2N. Very interesting shape. Well, I guess I have to try it out in a real game. Wait, last thing, important, sensor position. Is it any different? Ah, slightly higher. Oh yeah, noticeably higher actually. Noticeably higher, surprising. I'm probably not gonna like it because I am a fan of, as you guys know, low sensor positions, and I don't know if I can succeed in showing this to you if I get the bottom right. You can see noticeably higher, you see? I mean, it doesn't look like much, but trust me, I'm gonna notice. If I align the back, it's at least, I wanna say, internally to the mouse, it's at least probably a 5%. It's gonna be noticeable. It's gonna be noticeable. But I'm excited to try it out. And I'm also excited to get back to all of my testing, which I hope will help us figure out everything we want to know about Hertz, DPI, and any other secret when it comes to mice. That said, I will see you soon. Ciao.